All right, if you've ever dreamt of building one of those amazing decks you see online, but, you know, without completely emptying your wallet, then you are going to want to stick around. Today, we are pulling back the curtain on what's basically a paradise for DIYers. This is your insider's guide to the bargain barn. So let's just get right into it, right? Are you that person who's constantly scrolling through pictures of these incredible outdoor spaces thinking, man, I wish I could afford that? Well, that's the exact problem we're tackling today. How do you make that high-end dream a reality on a budget you can actually live with? Now, that is a pretty bold claim, isn't it? A DIY deck builder's dream. That's the big promise we're going to unpack here. I mean, is that just some clever marketing, or is there a real, tangible secret that you can actually use to your advantage? Let's find out. So, how in the world do they do it? How can one place offer top quality materials at prices that, let's be honest, seem almost too good to be true? Well, the answer isn't magic. It's actually a very specific and, I gotta say, very clever business model. It all comes down to this one concept, the liquidation model. This is the heart of the whole operation. And look, this isn't about selling cheap, second-rate junk. It's about being really smart about sourcing and selling good inventory that other places just happen to have too much of. Let's break that down because it's a really powerful three-step process. First, they use their connections in the industry to get access to amazing deals. Then, they buy up all that quality overstock and surplus stuff that vendors just need to get rid of. And third, and this is the most important part for you, they pass those huge savings directly on to you. It's a win for the vendor, a win for them, and a big one for you. And here's what that actually looks like for you, the person building the deck. We are talking about first quality, fully warranted materials. So you can just throw any worries about getting something inferior right out the window. You're getting the quality, you're getting the warranty, and you even get expert guidance, all at those crazy liquidation prices. Okay, so we get the how. Now for the fun part, the what. What kind of treasures can you actually expect to find when you walk in there? Let's take a quick little virtual tour of the main stuff they carry. So what you'll find is really focused, but it's also pretty diverse. You've got your high-end composite decking, a huge selection of lumber. We're talking cedar, redwood, pine, and then all the little things that finish the job, like railing and lighting. It's pretty much a one-stop shop for your entire project. And this is where it gets real. Just look at these deals. A 12-foot board of Moisture Shield composite decking for less than $18. And you gotta love how they describe them. It's not just a price, it's a barn buster on this beautiful blue stain pine, or a crazy good deal on cedar. This shows you the kind of value we are actually talking about. But, and this is a big but, what you see today might be gone tomorrow. The inventory is always changing, always in flux. One week it might be loaded with redwood. The next it could be all about tongue and groove pine. Honestly, that's part of the thrill. And that brings us to a really important point. With great deals come, well, not great responsibility, but at least a few rules. This is not your typical shopping trip. You gotta think of it more like a strategic treasure hunt. And every good hunt has rules. I like to call this the Bargain Hunter's Compact. It's a trade-off, and it's a crucial one. On one side, the promise is amazing. Top quality stuff, massive discounts, and finds you won't see anywhere else. But the catch is just as important to get your head around. The stock is limited, it's strictly first come, first serve, and probably the biggest rule of all sales are final, no takebacks. This is exactly why you have to be prepared and ready to make a decision. You have to be ready to act when you find what you need. Because if you hesitate, you could miss out on the whole deal. And this one quote really just says it all. It's the golden rule of the bargain barn. There are no rain checks, no can you order more for me. It is supply and demand in its purest form, and that's what makes the hunt so exciting. So now that you have this insider knowledge, you're not just a regular shopper anymore. You're a savvy builder who knows exactly how to play the game. That perfect deck of yours is out there, just waiting to be built for a tiny fraction of the normal cost. So let's just recap your strategy, the Savvy Builder's game plan. It all comes down to 4 things. First, know the model, you're buying quality overstock. Second, know the products they carry. Third, know the rules of the game. Limited stock, first come, all sales final. And finally, and maybe most importantly, act decisively. When you see the deal for your dream deck, you gotta grab. And that kind of leaves us with this one final thought. The opportunity is absolutely real. The materials for that dream deck are sitting there right now, in a bargain barn, at a price you can actually afford. The only real question is, will you get there in time to claim them?